Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to go through the dumbest answer moments by Steve Harvey on Family Feud. But before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos just like this. And now let's get into it. When Steve Harvey asked one contestant what he would get a little amount of, he replied with the craziest answer. One that no doubt got him in trouble with his mother.
Something you might buy a tiny amount of.
Drugs, Steve. Drugs.
Mom is not laughing at
Well,
that
it's only
answer.
a tiny amount.
Yeah, I know, but she just went.
It's only a tiny amount.
Steve Harvey asked the host of Inside the NBA what a man would use to cover their zipper if it broke in church, and Charles Barkley gave Steve the dumbest answer that made everyone burst out laughing.
If a man's zipper breaks in church, what might he use to cover it up?
A child.
Whoa!
A what?
A child? I meant a baby.
Steve Harvey had an easy question for his contestants, but somehow one of them still gave a dumb answer. This time, Steve Harvey didn't have to roast her answer, but his face did it all when she named the singer.
Name a dead music legend that you'd like to see perform again as a hologram.
I'm gonna say Bon Jovi, but I don't think he's dead. We'll see. We're gonna find out.
Well, if you don't think he's dead, why would you kill him, man?
Some dumb answers from contestants on Family Feud can make or break relationships. One contestant had the dumbest answer on the show when he was asked what he would get rid of for a year.
If you could get rid of one thing in your life for a whole year, what would you choose?
My wife.
I don't know when this gonna air, but when it airs, right after that, it's gonna be over for you.
Steve Harvey asked what a couple would want to talk more of while on a date on Family Feud, and got one really funny answer from Brian. Steve found his answer so dumb that he couldn't help but roast him for it.
Buddy, fill in the blank. We ask 100 single people. On some dates, you felt like saying, let's talk more blank.
More, period.
More what?
More. Let's talk more.
Why the hell would we ask you a question, let's talk more, and then you give me the same damn thing I just asked you?
Sherry Shepherd had the dumbest answer for Steve Harvey when he asked what a lady officer would do for their husband in the bedroom. Sherry could tell it was done by the shocked expression on Steve's face.
Name something a lady cop might do to her husband in the bedroom.
Cut his penis off.
Steve Harvey asked a sly contestant to name one thing their mother-in-law had that was bigger than theirs, and their answer was very dumb. Even Steve himself was too stunned by his dumb answer.
Name something your mother-in-law has that's bigger than yours.
Smile.
Let's say her butt.
But
Steve Harvey questioned what a grandpa would say to grandma if her boobs got too big, and he got the craziest answers from his contestants. But none of them could beat the dumb answer from Amy.
Grandma told Grandpa, if your boobs get any bigger, you're gonna need to do what?
Time up.
Oh, you don't like bra? Well, hell, time up.
Yep.
Time up!
Steve Harvey asked the contestants on Family Feud what they would never do again, and one of them gave a really dumb answer. It was so dumb, in fact, he had to apologize to his wife.
If it were up to me, I'd never blank again.
Cheat.
Cheat. Dumbest thing you could have said. What are you, an idiot? What you saying for? It's not gonna be up there. Cheat.
One Family Feud contestant gave Steve Harvey a lot to think about when he gave a dumb answer to one of his rapid-fire questions. Steve Harvey even cursed trying to figure out how he could answer that way.
If Captain Hook was moonlighting as a handyman, he might replace his hook with what tool?
A hammer.
Try again.
A penis.
Tell me the age a kid is too old to sleep with a what the he say?
Steve Harvey asked two families questions about the actor Leonardo DiCaprio, and they had a number of hilarious answers. One of them might have even been the dumbest of the day.
100 women, name something specific of Leonardo DiCaprio's you'd like to hold.
The Mona Lisa is painting.
I'm going home. Show's over, folks.
Family Feud gives contestants a few funny questions to answer, but this one question got a really dumb answer. It came from Will and got Steve Harvey so shocked that he had to say it again and again.
Name something that follows the word pork.
You pie. Huh?
He said, Q pie. Q pie.
When Steve Harvey had a nudist question to ask the contestants on Family Feud, he got some funny answers. One answer from Marie had Steve in complete shock.
Name something you spend a lot of time standing behind on your first day at a nudist colony. I'll be over here.
A rug.
A what?
Good answer, Mom.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
A rug. I said a rug.
Steve Harvey loves to include himself in some of the Family Feud questions to make things more interesting, though this time it backfired when he got a dumb answer to one of his questions.
Besides Steve Harvey himself, name an actor you'd like to see play Steve Harvey in the Steve Harvey movie.
Donald Trump?
My career's down to where any 70-year-old white dude can be me.
When Donald Faison appeared on Family Feud, there was no doubt it would be a hilarious episode. Faison was asked what animal would help others trying to escape the zoo, and he gave the stupidest answer ever.
If the animals tried to break out of the zoo, tell me which one would help them get over the fence.
An alligator.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how smart are you?
One of the questions on Family Feud that Steve Harvey had fun asking was what type of glass a woman's breast would fit into. One contestant gave Steve the dumbest answer that left him just completely speechless.
100 women, name a kind of glass you can fit one of your breasts into.
Shot glass.
When Steve Harvey asked a contestant one thing they wouldn't do if they were naked, he got a very dumb answer that left him totally speechless.
Name something specific you should never do while you're naked.
I'm gonna say go skinny dipping.
If you go skinny dipping, you're supposed to be naked.
A dumb answer from a Family Feud contestant brings us to the end of today's video. Which contestant do you think had the dumbest answer to give Steve Harvey on the show? Share it with us down below in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more funny videos just like this.